everybody, this is ePark Fishing. In this video I'm going to show you how to find fish using your phone. Sometimes it's really hard to find a good spot and to see these features without the satellite image, so I'm going to show you what features to look for and how to identify a better spot to go fishing. So here we go. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is open up Google Maps and go to the body of water that you want to check out. So go to that body of water, and then you're gonna switch it from default to satellite so that you can see the actual image of the lake. So then you're gonna look at the major features of the lake. So this lake has a point there and a point there. So those are two big features that obviously you're gonna know to look for those, but that's the first thing you're gonna look at is the general shape of the lake. So then you're gonna zoom in, go to the shoreline, and start scanning. So you go along the shoreline, and anytime you come to a water feature where it looks like water is coming in or out, that is going to be a notable feature. So you can see right here, that looks like an outlet to the lake. So every lake has an inlet and an outlet, and there can be multiple of each one. So here we go. We're going to keep going around the lake. We're going around, and there's another feature. You can see there's a little pool of water and a little concrete structure. Definitely water going in or out of there. That's going to be a feature to look for when you're trying to find fish. So we're going to keep going around. It's a lot faster to do this than to walk around the lake. It takes about 30 minutes to walk around this lake. So you can see there's lots of pathways, there's little concrete platforms, little picnic areas. There we go. That looks like a little gulch and an inlet where the water is going to be coming in to the lake. So there's another feature to look out for. And as you're going through, just keep these in your mind. So you can see here's a little stripe of water on the left, and a little concrete, looks like a little tube comes out right there. So there's two features near each other. So that's something that you're going to want to look for, is two features that are across the lake from each other or in the same general area. If you look at those two features and then you draw a line between them, you think of a line between them, that is going to be an area where you're probably going to find fish, where food is going to get swept in, probably into that cove-like area down there, because there is a current in the lake too. So now we're going to go up and we're going to look at these other features, because there are a lot more features on the other side of the lake. So go up, and there's one feature there. That was one of the outlets. There's another outlet. So if you go in between those two, those are very close together, and you're probably going to find fish in there. So not only that, but that's near one of those points. So that makes it even better. So right here you can see a parking lot. Perfect place to park, and you can zoom in a little bit and you'll be able to see, look at how close the parking lot is to that pathway, and you can see people walking on that pathway. So obviously it's a public lake, and that's going to be a good spot. So if you're thinking, okay, that's where I'm going to fish, start looking really closely. Look at that shoreline and make sure that you didn't miss any features. It looks like something's going on right there. And if you look really closely, you can see there looks like there is a tube right there where water is probably coming out. And it looks like maybe there's some rocks, but that is definitely some sort of gulch or maybe stormwater runoff. So that is where you want to look even more closely, and you can see that's another feature that we missed. So there are three features here in a very small area of the lake, and this is in fact the lake that I fished a tournament, and I went to test this spot out early in the morning, and I had 6 fish on in an hour. I only landed 2 of them, but this was an excellent spot. And I went back to fish the tournament, and I got 3rd place in that tournament. and I had, in all, I had 22 fish on in 8 hours, and I landed 15. And none of them were under 21 inches. The biggest was 27, so this was a really good spot. And there were people fishing really nearby me who didn't catch anything because they were just off of these features. If you're just a little bit off, you might not be where there are any fish at all. All right, so here's how you do it on a river. So on this river, the first thing you're gonna look at is, you can see there's a bridge down at the bottom. That is a feature, and it's also a bottleneck, so that makes it a feature. So that's probably gonna be a good place to fish right there. So then you're gonna notice that on the edges, it's a different color, so it's kind of a greenish color. It looks like it's a lot shallower on the edges. And then right in the middle, it looks like that blue, that certain shade of blue right there, that is gonna be the deepest parts of the river. So look for that color. And you can look for that color and then follow that down the river and find out where the deep spots are. So this is kind of an interesting area right here because the river is so wide. But you can see if you're gonna fish right there, if you cast, you're probably not gonna be able to get to the deep spot from there. So follow it down. You can see exactly where it's deep. So you can see it basically looks like it's just carved through, that deep spot. Right on that side is gonna be all fishable. It's all going to be a good spot to fish where you can be in the deeper water. Not to say that there might not be fish where it's shallower, but sometimes you can cover more water with the deeper holes. So yeah, you can follow that, and you can see there's a bridge right there. So you've got a good spot right there because there's a bridge, there's overhanging branches, and there's a deep hole right there. So keep on following that river down. You can see, there's a point right there. There's a curve and there's a point. So both of those spots are also going to be good. So the next thing you want to do is you want to find out if this spot is accessible. Yep, so it looks like you can park right there, and then you can walk over to that point, and that'd be a good place. You can cast out from there, or you can walk out to the other side, walk out to the right, and you can cast into that deep water right there. So you can see we just searched about a mile of the river, and we found out 3 really good spots to fish without having to go walk a mile. All right, well that pretty much wraps it up. I hope you liked the video. If you want to see more videos like this, click the subscribe button. And if you want to leave a comment, I'm going to be giving away some of these homemade lures. They're really cool looking. And if you leave a comment, you'll automatically be entered to win one of these. So leave a comment, leave a like, click subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I'm having a blast.